There are so many stereotypes of us as Exotical Barbies, so let's get started. One of them is that we're stuck up. And the reason they say we're stuck up is because when we mention that how we have light skin privilege, or we're mixed, or we have three hair type and we enjoy doing our three hair type, or if you have long 4C hair, because you benefit for textures and with that, how you was able, those type of things. Anyways, or you'd be like, oh my gosh, I love my small nose, whatever, things like that. They're going to say you're stuck up. They're going to say you guys need to stop bragging. And then even as far as saying that you think you're better than us, when in reality, we never even compared ourselves with other people. We just acknowledge our beauty. That's why there's a saying that with men and women who don't benefit from any of this, that, oh, we love it when beautiful people don't know they're beautiful. They don't like it when you know your worth. And they hate it when you know your worth and when you call them out for talking crap about you in a quote, quote, joking way. Another thing with the stereotypes is how they think we're dividing ourselves from the Black community, the Latin community, or whatever community you're from. But in reality, we're not. A lot of us exoticals, I know there's some exoticals here in channel, they are in the Black community and they benefit from the Black community. And I say, go where you are loved and that you can get privilege from, If it doesn't benefit you, make your lifestyle better, leave. And I guess because mostly, like here on my channel, other channels, when we call out the Black community, mostly because a lot of us come from the Black community, lots of experiences, they see us a way that we hate the Black community, or we try to divide ourselves from it. And therefore, the word anti-Black is thrown on here, when in reality, that's not the case. We're just calling out hypocrisy and other things of that nature. For example, if there's like an exotical child, little mini exotical Barbie that's raised in that spectrum, we try and call out so then they won't receive the hate that a lot of us older exotical Barbies had experienced. I'm so sorry if you hear me huffing and puffing. I just came from working out. Anyways, another thing with that, I think the funny part is that a lot of them think that we hate Black women. That is completely false. And I think that's because they hear us mostly talk about our experiences with unambiguous monoracial Black women. When in reality, we're talking about our experiences. And because he equates experiences to you thinking you're either better or you hate them, that's the reason. Another thing I would say is that I noticed that with Exotical Barbies, they call us pygmies. And I realized that because I was listening to this channel earlier today where Exotical Barbie said that they get upset when men has a preference of your phenotype. And because of that, and because of not acknowledging that, man, I am jealous, instead of expressing that emotion, they will project and say something completely opposite. And with that case, they're going to call us pygmies. When in reality, a lot of us as Exotical Barbies decenter from men because our experiences from men, if that makes sense. But they don't see that, because when they see you have privilege, like how I said in my video of girls into your exotical, they're not going to acknowledge that. In fact, they would double down your experience or how you truly feel and project because of their insecurities. Another thing that I realized is that they kind of what's I call it, have their own standard of what an exotical is over there in their community. When I say their community, I mean any community that's anti-exotical. And what I mean by this is that they'd be like, "Oh, you can't be an exotical. You're not light skinned, or you're dark skinned. You're not exotical. Exoticals are not dark skinned." Or, "Oh, you think you're exotical only because you have green eyes. Well, you're not." Or they police if you're exotical or not, just like how they police light skin features and all the other stuff. And also too, they even go as far as, "Oh, you're not exotical, you're too fat, or you're too skinny, or you don't have that exotical body shape." I'm here to let you know that exoticals come in different forms and different shape. I mean, actually, Graham is an exotical, and she's on a heavy side. Who else? An exotical Barbie. You could be skin like Lori Harvey. She is an athlete. She has an athletic build. I'm just saying you. And I will make a video about how how you use your body weight to influence your privilege. By the way, but anyways, besides that point, they're not ready for that conversation. But they will use that to discredit you being exotical, which is totally, completely false. And the only reason they would discredit because they don't want people to benefit from it. They upset because they can't benefit, so they try to put you down from it. And also too, going back to the black women thing, they think that exoticals don't think black women are beautiful, which is totally false because some of us have a black, monoracial black mother, or, have, those type of things. Besides the point, besides having a parent, whatever, a lot of us don't think that. In fact, us exotical Barbies don't compare our beauty to other women. Instead, we just talk about how our beauty is similar to other people's beauty. Like, for example, you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, my lips are similar to Angelina Jolie's," or "My jawline is similar to hers," or "Oh my gosh," like, you know what I'm saying? And I think because of deep insecurity, and also too in the black community and other communities as well, that I noticed that they compare their women in their race to other women outside their race, or mixed race, carries a deep root insecurity. And because of that, when we talk about our beauty and whatnot, they think we hate their beauty, which again is totally false. Because a lot of us exoticals, we only think about ourselves. Not in a mean way or anything, but it's more like, and so we don't compare, we don't sit up here and be like, "Oh, I'm prettier than her," or "I'm this and that, the other." We just call it out for what it is. We'd be like, "You're upset because your insecurity of your hair type stems from when your mother said your hair, whatever, and now you pin on me." Those type of things, we acknowledge, especially through psychology and whatnot, the haters, and then we try to build ourselves up by saying this. Like for me, for example, I'd be like, "Oh man, I love Margot Robbie's body type, and my body type is a little, and I'm like, you know what? Let me actually put the work in to attain that, because I know I can't attain that." Those type of things. We're inspired. Yes, we're inspired. We don't compare. Anyways, tell me more stereotypes that you think our haters think. And also too, what have you seen this happen to you with some of the things I listed? Have you ever confronted it? Have you seen it, experienced it, or you seen others experience it or seen it? Anyways, let me know. Comment down below, like and subscribe for some more. Bye, Exoticals.